Hey, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at ISE 2018 in the Avocor stand. I'm here with Dana Corey, VP of Sales and General Manager of Avocor. Dana, how's the show been for you so far?
Very well. Yeah, we're very excited to be here this year at ISE.
Big announcement for Avocor today was the collaboration partnership, whatever you need to call it, with Zoom. Tell me what that looks like.
Yeah, I think our ultimate goal out of the gate is to solidify an out-of-box experience that's better with Avocor and Zoom together, and we're doing that. We're doing that through enhancements on annotation, the real-time content share, and just a better experience so that when you're connected to an Avocor, it detects it and it gives value. That's the first and foremost.
Is that the differentiator, the fact that Zoom is a client integrated or embedded on any Avocor board? Or what's the difference between, I guess my question is, what's the difference between so someone that comes in with a laptop already has Zoom on their laptop and they connect versus what you're doing?
Yeah, I think it's one large format, right? So we're dealing with a different type of atmosphere with team collaboration or multiple people. And second one is best-in-class touch experience or the experience level, right? So when I'm in a Zoom room or a Zoom environment, the idea is to have the best performance for the users in that experience. Well, that is different from a laptop, right?
Okay, so the Zoom room specification now includes you as an alternative display technology. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense to me now. Okay, so it's more than just the application. It's actually part of the Zoom room concept.
Right. I think our overall idea, and that we talk about in our press release, is that the partnership extends itself through time in the sense that we develop and we begin to add 1 + 1 = 3, right? We're adding integrated value out of the box experience for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, you could arguably say that last year's ISE was all about collaboration boards. I mean, there were a ton of them out here, but it's interesting that probably 25 manufacturers launched products, and there's probably 15 left, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 10 of them disappeared in 1 year. But even with that, I mean, that was certainly the big push in 2017. That probably buoyed you for the whole year 2017, and probably helped you because it helped awareness of what the heck you guys were doing. It was, broke you out of the category of just being a whiteboard.
Yeah, I think 2017 was about being in the collaboration world as just the first level, right? And to be thought of and interactive. And we've seen the progression of Zoom, for example, in adding annotation and whiteboarding as part of their set. But also, I think just overall expansion of the interactive boards in 2018, the year of the bundle, I'm calling it, right? Where we're seeing more and more bundling of good technology brought together, not just added as a solution, but actually integrated with value. And that's really what we're focused on.
Let me ask you a question regarding 4K. What's the cutoff? Like, when should you use 4K? What's the application for 4K in a collaboration board? Is it all based on size? Is it room application, or is it based on what you're running on the screen?
Yeah, that's a big question, by the way. I know you know 4K really well. Yeah. I think first one, I think in the world of, for example, a web conference with Zoom, a lot of what they're doing is HD. Yeah. So HD is perfectly relevant for that space and price point as well. In 4K, I think when you start looking at larger ideation boards and more interactive space with more users, 4K is wonderful for resolution, but it's also difficult for distance, right? So there's always that fine mix between the two. But when I look at multiple contents at one time, 4K does offer itself to have more windows on screen, if you will, and a smaller real estate. So it's a loaded question that probably does a longer session, which probably means they should attend one of yours.
Yeah, and make sure they get educated from your sales team, which is, I think, a differentiation that Avocor has, is that you're really doing an education. I mean, you're kind of having to sell a concept for an industry that hasn't totally existed yet, right? I mean, because 5 years ago, no one was even using the term collaboration board. In a way, you're sort of participating in a new segment of the market.
Yeah, definitely. I think, but our approach is to be agnostic, to be the Swiss Army knife in the room, be the safe landing for all things you see, hardware or software, and then leverage partnerships that add value. And make it as simple as that. But always keep in mind, high quality, high touch experience at a good price point. That's the forefront.
Yeah, and speaking of which, your software is integrated into a bunch of different products, not just the Avocor brand product. I mean, you have the ability to integrate your software. In a way, you can I mean, you want to sell obviously Avocor branded product, but you can use your software in other products.
Yeah, as far as the hardware itself being versatile to any of the UC environments, any of the software that's out there. So whether it is an Ariba, a Prism, or Bluescape, or whatever, from those points, but also the Zooms and so forth. So
universal compatibility is a big selling point there. So if they want to get more information, go to avocor.com. You've got a few different models of products here. We're going to shoot individual videos of each product here in the show floor. And of course, if you want to get more information, go to avocor.com. Dana, thank you very much for doing this for me today. Congratulations on your success. By the way, speaking of which, are there any market studies out yet on who market share belongs to in the collaboration board space yet?
And I've seen stuff from FutureSource and a few others that put some numbers out there. You know, it's always suspect, not to FutureSource, but just in general, what's really happening. We see the players out there making a lot of the marketing. I think the testament is around who the partnerships are formed around, and that's really our goal, right? It's the value will come forth on our side of it by who we're partnered with, and so. But no, not a lot yet. A lot of reporting,
maybe
but
it's too new. I mean, it is kind of, and a lot of companies don't want to tell anybody what they're using.
I can tell you that we both know that it's a hyper growth area right now. Hence why we're seeing so many brands at the moment. But again, I fall back on those things we talked about, why we differentiate ourselves. So.
Yeah. Check it out at avocor.com.